Now let's look into data types. Data types and what and all we can identify. So what and all the characteristics we will be able to find it and different functions we have in the Numpy one by one. So let's create a matrix here, right? 1, 2, 3, comma 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right? So this is again inside this list. So whole thing I'm just storing into my underscore mat. Simple data. So the whole data I'm going to convert into an array and I will store in one more variable you can call mat. It's an array right now. So now this mat, we will interpret what and all we'll be able to find out. So first of all, we will find out the type. What is this type? Is it a list, tuple, dictionary, array, or what? So that type we will be able to find out using simple type. And we will print the whole matrix. We're just going to print it. This NDM, n-dimensional size, shape, and data type will interpret once we execute this, right? Otherwise, we have mentioned here. So it is better to look into the result and interpret this. N dimension means number of dimensions. Let's print it. Okay. The first one is type. What is this type? This is Numpy ND array. This is Numpy ND array. So what is ND? N-dimensional array. N-dimensional array, ND array. So this is part of our Numpy only. This part is done. And matrix. How it looks like? This is how it looks like. Matrix. This is the second. First part, second part. So mat dot ndim, n-dimensional. So what is the dimension here? 2-dimensional, right? 2-dimensional data. So here you can see separator equal to space, SEP equal to. So here I don't have anything, right? So it is a space here. So it means that it is going to look for the data, suppose say 1, 2, 3, right? And it will look this space between two numbers. So based on that, it is going to separate. By default, it will separate by space. I'm telling this one because what happens, suppose say there are some data I will show you in future, 2, ampersand 3, ampersand 4, ampersand 5. So if I want to extract 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So how do I extract it? So that time I will say that you extract data as and when you find the ampersand. So it will check 2, okay, next is this and symbol or ampersand symbol, you see, okay, this is first data. Then next is 3, because it finds the separator here. So here we don't have such kind of a data. So even if you exclude this, even if you don't write this, it will give the same result. So this is just an idea that what is SEP, that is a separator, right? So 2-dimensional dimension of the matrix is 2. This is the third part. And mat dot size. Mat dot size. So what is the size? So how many data points we have? There are 9 data points. As the name itself shows, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that is the size. Here we can clearly see that if I give you matrix something like a 2, 9, 200, 2020, 5, whatever, some numbers. I'm making it up, some numbers, right? So if the dimension is going to increase, I mean, the matrix size is big, so it is difficult to, it's not difficult, but you have to keep counting, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, things like that. Instead of that, you can just write your mat dot just size. So whatever the elements present in the matrix, it will give the size of that matrix. You don't need to count manually. So that's about this guy. Then this shape, mat dot shape. What is this shape? So this shape says that, okay, let me delete this. Okay. Shape is nothing but how many rows? 1, 2, 3, right? So 3 rows, comma, how many columns? 1, 2, 3, 3 columns. So remember that whenever we get the shape or the dimension, or I would say rows and columns, whenever you get this kind of a structure in future, the first element talks about the number of rows. The second one is columns. If suppose say by any chance, if there are, it doesn't show anything. If it doesn't show anything, it means that, so 0 rows, right? So obviously if there is 0 rows, there won't be any column, but I'm trying to give an idea that, so sometimes you will not see this column state, columns number. So I will tell you why, based on the situation. So maybe we will not slice the columns, only we will fetch only rows. That time you will see comma, nothing else. It means that we are not fetching anything. I will show you in practical. I'm just trying to give some idea here. Let me repeat. Mat dot shape means how many rows and how many columns. Rows come first, then column. Right? 3 rows, 3 columns. That is basically what? Shape. Right? So then mat dot d type. What type of a data we have? All integers. So it is integer. So these are all properties you can say you'll be able to find in the Numpy. So you don't need to manually do anything. Everything you will be able to fetch using different functions available in the Numpy.